Hello and welcome to this special edition of The Game Line. I'm Ben James and we've got a very interesting show for you today. It's been a very eventful 24 hours in Welsh rugby and no man has been busier than Matthew Southcombe, our man on the ground in Japan. We're joined by him now to discuss this latest bombshell in Welsh rugby. It's Rob Howley leaving the World Cup amidst allegations of betting breaches in the regulations. So Matt, we're joined by you now. What do you make of this news?
Well, as you said, Ben, it's been a bit of a bombshell, and it's certainly been a very busy 24 hours. And you go back to late last night when we knew that this sort of news was on the way, and eventually began to break. And just shock was the overriding feeling. Really, I don't think anyone particularly saw this coming up until a few hours before the eventual confirmation was out there. And I know it's rocked the Welsh camp. Warren Gatland wasn't aware of it until very late on. The WRU, incidentally, were aware of it last week, but they had to get their information right and their house in order before they began to move on it. And the players only found out on Tuesday night. So it's been a bit of a whirlwind, like you said, a lot of shock. The camp have dealt with it very well. Whether they take it in their stride now, I guess we won't find out until Monday when they face Georgia. But it's been a pretty uncomfortable 24 hours for everybody involved with the Welsh national squad.
It's looking like a very sort of sad ending to Rob Howley's illustrious time with Wales, isn't it?
Yeah, it does appear that it's going to go that way. Of course, we're at the moment, and we've got to bear that in mind. But Howley's been involved with the Welsh national years in various capacities. He had a very illustrious playing career. Captain Wales, of course, and has been Warren Gatland for the last 11 years. He's been involved in 4 Six Nations titles, 3 Grand Slams, and of course was the interim head coach in 2013 when they did win that Six Nations. So he's had quite a career with Wales, and really got the subserved. He was often a bit of a lot of people tended to criticise it deserved, and if it is to end this way, he's not coming back to Japan. My CEO Jones will be operational. When he left Japan, Rob Howley earlier this week, he was flat from it, and that's it. Now, we are dealing with allegations at this stage, but it does appear that his international career is going to end under a bit of a cloud, unfortunately.
And looking forward, obviously, Warren Gatland has talked about turning this negative into a positive. They're bringing Stephen Jones in, the former Scarlets attack coach, who was due to take over as attack coach after Rob Howley departed. He's coming in a little bit earlier now. What sort of impact can we expect him to make out in Japan?
Well, obviously, it's been a bit of a whirlwind for Stephen Jones, probably more so than anybody else. Decision was taken on Monday night that he was the man they wanted. Warren Gatland wanted him. The senior player group wanted him, and then the WRU moved to get him out to Japan. He was up for it. He was available, and now he's on his way out. And it's too late really to come in with a new broom at this stage. Wales have been preparing for this World Cup for months and maybe longer. Their game plans have been set in stone for some time, just around the corner, obviously on Monday. Now, as the tournament wears on and the players become more comfortable with Stephen Jones, and Stephen Jones becomes more comfortable with the players, you might start to see his influence and his stamp on this Wales squad. But I certainly don't think we're going to see an immediate change in anything. And if anything, it will only be minor tinkers to a game plan that has been months and if not years in the making.
Well, this is a story that's going to rumble on. I got that feeling. So if I was you, Matthew, I'd get your head down and get some kit, because it's been a very eventful 24 hours, and we'll speak to you some other time.
All right. Take care, Ben.
Thank you for that, Matthew, and thank you again for watching. This has been The Game Line.